This is an overview of how Territory Plan Pro dashboard and reports can give you greater insight into how you and your sales team are doing in your sales territories. Here we are in the Salesforce Sales Cloud, and we're looking at the Territory Plan dashboard. The top three reports that show graphics give you insight into how you are doing versus your goal. And it shows different variables versus that. So let's take a look at the first one. And it shows how we're doing versus our sales goal, the sum of new sales needed, and the pipeline gap. So let's say you have a number of sales territories under you and you're looking to see how each of them are doing. This will give you a good idea. For example, you might want to look at the ones that have a large pipeline gap, which is in orange. And you can go down into the report, see the underlying data, and you can click on any one of the reports, and this um, sorts by territory plan owner. Then we have two reports that give you insight as to how you're doing uh, by stage. So one gives you insight into how you're doing by stage versus each of the territory plans under you. And you can again look at the underlying data, click on a territory plan, actually click on an opportunity. Back at the main user interface again. The second gives you insight by, again, stage in the sales process, but also versus type of customer, if that is important to you, type of account. Finally, we have a report that looks at stage duration by territory plan and how long you are taking across your team in each of the key stages of the sales process. And this will show the stages in your instance. So in this case, you can see it's taking the team a long time to qualify. That could give you insight into something that you may want to take remedial action on. And of course, you can go into the report and see the underlying data that will give you more insight. Now that we've looked at the dashboard, let's look at some of the other reports. You can go into the reports tab and the territory plan reports folder, and you'll see we give you 15 unique reports, and you can use them to see what's going on in your sales territory or the group of sales territories that report to you. So here's one that's called Activities and Strategy by Plan. In Territory Plan Pro, we enable people to create strategies and tactics and then immediately create tasks and events in Salesforce so that they can follow up on those very important strategies. So here we see by territory plan owner and then by territory name the underlying tasks and events. You can see how people are progressing on them, and if something is overdue, you can, one, if you're a territory manager, be reminded that you want to act on it, or if you're a sales manager, identify things that you want to follow up with your people on. Let's take a quick look at a few of the other reports. So here we have territory plan summary. That is a summary of all the territory plans underneath you in the hierarchy. We also have a summary by date, which aggregates our unique objects, and you can have this report by month. So you can see how your team is retiring pipeline gap. Is pipeline gap going down? Or if it's not, again, you might want to see why it is not. Another one we have is top opportunities by plan. So you can see by each plan, and top opportunities are defined here. You can edit that and change that, and you can look into the underlying report and see the specific underlying top opportunities. You can click on any one of them, go right to the opportunity, or go to the territory plan. Finally, we have a usage report which shows by individual, by territory owner, the various territory plans they have, when they were created, when they were last modified. So this has been an overview of how you can use territory plan dashboard and reports to get greater insight into what's going on in your region, your sales territory, and act on it to achieve your objectives.